What are you going to wear to work? Discover new looks at the Casual Corner Suit Sale. Now, for a limited time only, Casual Corner suits are 25 to 40% off. Save on the colors and styles that suit the way you work today. Like outfits that take you from Monday to Friday, only at Casual Corner. So come save 25 to 40% at America's Suit Headquarters, the Casual Corner Suit Sale, for all the ways you work today.
Welcome back to First News. What is the best city in the country for women? Well, it depends on who you ask. But one magazine says it's the city by the bay, San Francisco. When Know How magazine decided to rank cities, they scrapped trying to look at who had the best views and the best restaurants.
We thought that it was time to reinvent the formula and to identify those qualities or characteristics that are of a special or exclusive interest to women.
They looked at things like women's health, transportation, and the structure of women's political power. The Bay Area scored well in crime rates, child care, and job opportunities. And where did Denver rank? Well, nowhere in the top 10. Behind San Francisco in descending order, Boston, San Diego, Philadelphia, San Jose, and then New York City, Seattle, Columbus, Cleveland, and Indianapolis.
I'm going to read this straight. I don't want to hear any amens, Amy. All right. If women were asked to list their #1 pet peeve, men who leave the toilet seat up would probably rank right near the top. Now, there's a gentle reminder for men who need some toilet training. It's called the Beep Seat Toilet Reminder. It beeps anytime someone leaves the seat up. Store managers in Lexington, Kentucky say they've sold more than 100 beep seats. And they're best sellers with both sexes. Who came up with the idea? Well, it wasn't a woman.
It was invented by a man who had a problem with his 94-year-old grandmother falling into the toilet after he had inadvertently left the seat up.
Just the threat of it, I think, is going to work. All my girlfriends want one, definitely.
The other good news is the beep seat doesn't need any babysitting. All you do is peel and stick it on. No batteries or assembly required.
Quite a new product, as Tom says.
It is.
Guess what I'm going to do today?
What?
I'm going to wash my car.
Good idea, because we need the moisture, don't we? No, we really don't. It's really an ugly-looking car that she has around here, kind of a disgusting
Okay,
sight.
so it needs it.
Yeah, Marty Caniglio back in the Storm Center to figure out whether or not she can wash her car.
Am I allowed?
I think so. Mine's so dirty, I'm not even sure if it is my car. I kind of go out there and go, oh, I think this is it. I try the key, and if it works, I know it's mine. It's going to be dry around here for a couple of days, and as soon as the ice melts off some of these side streets, I think it'd be all right to wash your car. We'll take you outside. It is 38 degrees now. We've cooled very quickly in the last hour or so because the winds have shifted around to the north. We've got some cold air coming back up the South Platte Valley. 59% relative humidity, our pressure going up. And as we look, the wind out of the north at 8 miles an hour. Temperatures around here, very mild. We hit 51 today. 40s and 50s at lower elevations in Colorado with temperatures in the 30s. Up high, avalanche danger still high, moderate down in the Wolf Creek Pass area, but the avalanche warning for all mountain areas has been dropped, but human-triggered avalanches still are possible. Be careful if you're headed into the backcountry. Denver's forecast starts with air quality tonight, and red is what it is. No wood burning allowed this evening. Forecast goes for mostly clear skies around here, and we will drop down, about another 13 degrees to 25. It will be windy and slightly warmer in foothills locations, or right next to the foothills. Tomorrow, near 60 degrees, breezy in the afternoon, and sunny conditions, and the weekend forecast will take the temperature up from there. So I think, Amy, you're well safe in washing that car.
Good. It has 25 minutes left of dirtiness, so thanks, Marty.
Thank you, Marty.
A meeting is being held right now to determine the amount of pollution that should be allowed in Denver. A protest was held outside earlier in the day. That story coming up on News 4 at 5. Now, Bob Palmer is in the newsroom with a look at some of the other stories ahead at 5. Hi, Bob.
Hi, Amy. The chairman of Denver's RTD board is spending a lot of time out of the country, and the address he is listing as his home may be illegal. We'll have a News 4 investigative follow-up at 5 o'clock. Also, we're going to meet the first woman to make the U.S. snowboarding team. She has lofty goals for the sport and for other women interested in breaking into it. And Amy, there's a cloud over the first day of baseball spring training. Guess why? We're going to have a live report from the Rockies down in Arizona. That and much, much more at 5. Amy?
We'll hear all about it. Thanks, Bob.
Okay.
Sally Field faces a new audience, a new challenge, and a classic character type. Our critic at large, Greg Moody, looks at a woman of independent means, and that's next.
On an all-new Mad About You, Paul needs help from a TV legend.
You trip over the arm.
The Dick Van Dyke Show's Alan Brady.
You I like.
Then John Lovitz on an all-new Friends.
Hey.
Caught stealing the gummy bears.
Well, smack my and call me Judy.
And we can't tell you what this top-secret all-new Seinfeld's about.
What is so funny?
But we can say it's called The Kiss. Hello.
Well, how do you do?
Plus a bonus Seinfeld, followed by an all-new ER, NBC tonight.
Women ask me if there's really anything that can make them look younger. I ask them, are you still just using a moisturizer? I give them Pond's new age-defying lotion. It contains alpha-nutrium. No age-defying ingredient has been found that can beat it. They start to see the proof in 2 weeks. The look and feel of younger skin. Try getting that from a moisturizer. Age-defying lotion. New from the Pond's Institute.
To really clean your carpet, vacuuming alone isn't enough. You need powerful jets of water to loosen embedded dirt and a rotating brush to lift the dirt out. And you can get all that with the new Bissell Power Brush. With its 40 water jets and rotating brush, it loosens and lifts out deep down dirt and excess water. The Bissell Power Brush. The easy way to deep clean.
Now available at Foley's.
Presenting Kraft Simple Answers. Because Stephanie Jordan hasn't had a minute to think about what to fix for dinner. Tonight's answer? Easy pasta bake. It's a cheesy new twist when ground beef and pasta mixed with spaghetti sauce and Kraft grated Parmesan. Smothered with Kraft mozzarella, baked up bubbly, and dinner's done. Kraft Simple Answers recipe. Good food for busy lives.
News 4 salutes Blackjack Pizza, a company for Colorado. Dedication to making and delivering pizza made with the finest ingredients has helped Blackjack grow to 25 Colorado locations. Now in its 10th year, Blackjack Pizza, a Colorado success story.
Well, she's gone from Gidget to two-time Oscar winner.
And now Sally Field returns to television with a new miniseries. Our critic at large, Greg Moody, joins us with the details.
Yeah, this is fun. This is a fun show, and mainly for what it shows of Sally Field and what she can do. We remember Sally Field for a number of striking roles, but mainly for "You Like Me, You Really Like Me" at the Oscars. That's too bad because that diminishes her talent, a talent that's very evident in a woman of independent means.
I'm your wife.
Yes, which is precisely why I can't take your money.
What if it wasn't a gift?
Don't.
What if it was a loan, an investment in my husband's future?
With a woman of independent means, you get a lot of returns. The return of Elizabeth Forsythe Haley's bestseller, the return of a very strong female character to TV, and the return of Sally Field.
I wanted to see if I could believably age from middle 20s, that's the hardest to pull off, to early 80s.
Field plays Bess Steed Garner, a Texas woman who inherits a fortune, letting her live life on her terms. The author based the character on her grandmother.
I think you don't always appreciate your own family until somebody from the outside says, what a great character. And it was really my husband who suggested that I write a book about her.
Through 60 years of triumph and tragedy and 3 husbands, Field emerges as a strong woman with a fascinating life. It's once again the kind of performance from Field that makes people sit up, take notice, and realize that she can really act. But would it be good enough for Haley's grandmother?
I think my grandmother would adore it, just adore it. I think she loved attention, and I think she would have overlooked any flaws in the portrait I painted of the character.
She would adore it. The performance, the story, and the life. A Woman of Independent Means airs Sunday, Monday, and Wednesday of next week, 8 to 10 p.m. right here on NBC and News 4. And believe me, it's more than just a period melodrama. There are a lot of very nice touches in here, and it's a great character. And more than anything else, I think, it's great to see her performing in character again, but to have a character like this is really a treat. Okay, today in trivia, Sally Field trivia. Sally Field has won the Best Actress Oscar twice. Name the two movies. Guesses.
Got
Places
one.
of the Heart.
Yes.
Norma Ray.
That's it. Yes.
Yay.
Places in the Heart and Norma Ray.
Moody had a few others.
Tom Martino.
Tom Martino. That one with
I get you
Robert
guys
Duvall, whatever that was.
We say thank you to Steve Holzer, too.
Yeah.
Thanks, Greg.
Thanks.
Okay.
Today's national headlines are still to come on First News, including details of the deaths of 4 Army Rangers in training exercises.
And a new poll shows most Americans want the Surgeon General nominee to get a fair shake. Stay with us.
I think to myself, I'm not that great, because I'm not when I look at the rest of the United States.
She's 14, a high school freshman, and maybe a world-class swimmer. And if she wins a medal someday, she'll have her parents to thank.
You'll have a major impact on the travel agency community.
In fact, it could put them out of business. Airlines are changing the way they deal with travel agents.
My mother, God bless her, she's always said to me, this America.
And Greg Moody would like to slam dunk the Motion Picture Academy for leaving hoop dreams in the backcourt. All that and more tonight at 6:30 on News 4.
Hi, I'm Larry Loretti for Pro Golf Discount, inviting you to our bombastic balloon sale, where each balloon contains a coupon worth up to 100% off a name-brand equipment.
You got that right, Larry. Golfers can save 10, 20, up to 100% inside every balloon during Pro Golf's bombastic balloon sale this week only.
And remember, only Pro Golf guarantees the best price on the same equipment, or it's free. That's why Pro Golf Discount is America's favorite golf store.
In naming the all-new Mercury Mystique one of the 10 best cars, Car and Driver said you might easily mistake it for a much more expensive European sports sedan. But perhaps the most surprising quote of all is just $15,850 for this Mystique, priced so much less than a comparably equipped Nissan Altima and Honda Accord. The competition has no comment. Mercury Mystique. Compare for yourself at your Lincoln Mercury dealer today.
Parenting. It's a full-time job and quite a challenge. I'm News 4's Kathy Walsh, mom at home, with an answer to your top parenting questions. It's the 1995 Colorado Parent Directory, a family resource guide for parents in the Denver metro area. Check out more than 60 categories of things to see and do for the whole family. It's a small price for a lot of information. News 4 is making parenting just a little easier with the Colorado Parent Directory.
The man accused of opening fire on a commuter train says his victims conspired against him. It's an argument the jury is now considering in deliberations. In closing arguments today, Colin Ferguson told the jury police and survivors conspired to implicate him. He even accused one of the survivors of being the gunman. Every shooting victim who took the stand identified Ferguson as the man who shot him. The U.S. Army today is investigating the deaths of 4 Army Rangers during a rigorous exercise. Soldiers were wading in chest-deep swamp water when they were struck by hypothermia. 4 died, another 4 were rescued. In Ranger training, the men undergo severe conditions while going through maneuvers. The idea is to simulate harsh battle conditions.
A new poll shows most Americans believe Dr. Henry Foster should get a chance to defend himself in Senate hearings. The Surgeon General nominee is under fire because he did not accurately report from the get-go the number of abortions he has performed. An Associated Press poll found nearly 3 in 4 Americans, 73%, think Dr. Foster does deserve the hearing. 1/3 of the respondents perceive a lack of truthfulness, but even more, 43%, consider Dr. Foster's misstatements innocent. Dr. Foster spent his day making more house calls on Capitol Hill, meeting with senators, and trying to bolster his chances of being confirmed. He told the senators he wants the hearings to clear his name. The FBI reports 2 million women are beaten each year in this country, 1 every 15 seconds. Nicole Brown Simpson's private life has brought worldwide attention to domestic violence. And tonight, News 4's Stephanie Riggs profiles a Denver woman who broke the cycle of abuse. Here's a preview of her story.
I mean, it hurts, obviously, to get hit, and there's a fear of getting hit, but the other thing that what happens is you get to the point where you do basically whatever they tell you to do because you're so on edge and you don't want to get hit. So, yeah, emotionally, it's very devastating. You're controlled.
Join us for this important report, Breaking the Cycle, a success story, only on News 4 Tonight at 10.
It's being called a miracle recovery. A mother in California was planning for her son's funeral, but now she's planning his rehabilitation. Doctors told Julie Christine that her brain-damaged son would die when removed from life support. But that's not what happened. Julie Christine explains what did happen the moment she realized her son was coming out of his coma.
You know, he was coming out of it and getting off the medication, so his body was changing. And I was sobbing, knowing that I may lose my son, or he may continue to breathe and not be at a quality of life that he would desire. And that was my greatest fear. And when I was sobbing, all of a sudden I felt his hand brush my hair. And I looked up and I said, "I loved you." And he mouthed, "I love you" back to me. And it was like, then I was in total shock.
Today, Christine's son is in stable condition.
All right, your head is banging like a conga drum. That's what it says here. And your stomach feels like it's in a small boat on the high seas.
Well, we've all been there.
Yeah.
What do you have? Dr. Dave grades our medical knowledge coming up next.
On an all-new Mad About You, Paul needs help from a TV legend.
You trip over the arm.
The Dick Van Dyke Show's Alan Brady.
You I like.
Then John Lovitz on an all-new Friends.
Hey.
Caught stealing the gummy bears.
Well, smack my and call me Judy.
And we can't tell you what this top-secret all-new Seinfeld's about.
What is so funny?
But we can say it's called The Kiss. Hello.
Well, how do you do?
Plus a bonus Seinfeld, followed by an all-new ER, NBC tonight.
Sloan's Winter Rug Sale. Area rugs reduced 20 to 50%. Hundreds of rugs have just arrived from all over the world. No payment for 6 months. Sloan's. It's